Hello everyone. Today I'll be dealing with a new concept called as friction. Now you'd be very familiar with this term called as friction. Before going into details about friction, let us answer a couple of questions like how do things move in real life? This forms the first question. Imagine you have got a ball and you have pushed it. Now it travels a certain distance and comes to a stop. This is case number one. Second one, imagine you are skating on an ice floor and your friend is skating on a road. Just discuss or think for a second which one of you will be having a smoother movement. Now, a third question is imagine you have got a bottle in your hand. You are holding it. Now, what is a component which combines all these things? That component which combines all these things is called as friction or a force of friction. That is, the ball comes to a stop because of force of friction, and since the frictional force when you are skating in a ice is very less when compared to when you are skating on a road, hence there will be lesser friction in case of ice and more friction in case of road. That is the reason why you will have a smoother movement in case of ice skating when compared to that of road. Now here in the case of bottle, the natural tendency of the bottle is to fall down. Because of the friction between your hand and the bottle, there will be no fall of the component. Now, how do I define friction? Friction is nothing but a force. Now, again, it can be defined as force exerted by a surface when an object or a body moves across it. Here, if I come to talk about the ball, the direction of motion of the ball is this, or the movement of the ball is in this direction, and a frictional force will be observed in the opposite direction. If I come to deal with skating, if you are moving in this direction, the frictional force will be in the opposite direction this way. Now coming to the case of water being held, natural tendency is downwards. The frictional force is appeared to be in the opposite direction, that is vertically upwards. Having defined friction, we can look at this concept in our day-to-day life, the way in which we move across all the components we come across the main thing which is called as friction. Now to look at what are the various factors affecting friction, imagine you have kept there is a table and you have kept a box on it. As soon as you apply a push, a resistance will be offered and this will be called as friction. This is the push which you have applied and this is the friction. So, force of a friction opposes the applied force.